get in the habit of recording things. So I hope nobody minds being recorded. If you do, just let me know. I could always turn it off. Great. So when you think about making 3 times more than you currently make, how does that make you feel? If you can measure it 0 to 10, 10 being really high or 0, no, it's always possible. I'm gonna make it tomorrow morning. No problem. Yeah,
Works for me.
So for me, it's not anxiety that I get, but I get more a working more type of thing.
okay. So let's start tapping
And a how.
yeah, well, there's always how. If I could do more of the same thing, twice as much more, I can make twice as much more, but I don't feel physically able to do that anymore.
Exactly.
Or so on.
Exactly.
So in the tapping, I'm going to go through the points. This is the karate chop point. And you're going to start tapping here and say, even though I have resistance to making more, I fully and completely love and accept who I am and how I feel. Even though I have all this resistance to making more, I fully and completely love and accept who I am and the way I feel. And we do it 3 times. So even though I have this resistance to making more, I'm going to let go of all this resistance. Because there's always an excuse. Even if it's true, it's always an inner job, an excuse that I give myself for not making more. Now you're going to tap on top of your head and say, I've got some resistance. I've always got some resistance. If I didn't have resistance, I'd be rich. Or I'd be working twice as hard as I want to. Or I would do things differently. But right now I have some resistance. And just like Pierette, I don't want to work twice as much. I hate that guy who said work smart, not stupid, or something like that.
Right.
But if I knew how to work better, I would. I worked for that guy. He's not me. I'm going to let go of all my resistance. I'm now letting go of all my resistance to not having enough and not letting it in. And I want to take you to take a deep breath after you finish your round of tapping and measure in 3 times more than what you make. And what kind of feeling does that, if it was a 10 before, if you felt it in your body, what does it feel like for you guys now?
Good.
It feels better. And Pierette?
It feels good, yeah.
Were you able to bring it down from that number to a lower number?
Yeah.
So what would be that number? Because good is very hard for other people to understand.
Maybe I'm at more 3, 4 now.
More a 3 or a 4. And what about
It's
you?
like 7, 8 before.
Okay, and you, Gloria, did you bring it down as well?
Brought it down, yes.
To about what from what?
Probably an 8 to a 4.
8 to a 4. And if anybody else wants to give their numbers, that's fine. If not, we'll keep on going because I do want to address what Pierette said.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, Daniel, that's a thumbs up. Okay, I had to make sure it was your thumb. Yeah. Yeah, I have to apologize. I have a sense of humor. It's really bad sometimes. So the first thing, let's tap on I'm scared. I'm afraid that if I doubled my income, I would become a slave to what I do. So you just tap again. I'm afraid to work more because I'm getting tired. I'm getting older. And I used to love what I did on the first day or the first week. But it's getting pretty boring and tiring. I don't want to do more. I have resistance to abusing my body. I have all this resistance that I am going to fall apart. I know I'm going to be sick if I try doing any more. But I'm letting all that go so I could allow the abundance of the universe to come in. All that resistance, I'm bringing it down to zero. Because I know who I could blame. And I am going to blame someone. But right now I'm letting go of the resistance. Take a deep breath in and just let it out. And again, check in on your resistance to having more, to working more, to allowing more in. Whoever's unmuted, Gloria, you're it.
I'm down to a 2.
You're down to a 2. So as you came down to 2 and I was tapping on certain words, certain things, what was coming up for you?
Achievable.
And give me more words to tap with.
Me?
Yeah. So what does achievable mean to you in
That I
this
could see it.
lifetime?
That I could see it coming. I could
You
see it
can or
happen.
you
I
can't
can
see it
live
coming.
it. I can live it. I can live it. I can breathe it. I can experience it.
Okay. I don't know how to stop you guys from switching over like that. It really freaks me out. But anyways,
Sorry.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know. I think it's Daniel. I saw his thumb come up before. Bad boy. So even though I can't feel it, I don't know what it feels like to relax and let it in. It'd be so nice to achieve it for once. I'm not greedy. I don't want to win $70 million every week. Just once. I want to feel it. I want to live it. I want to breathe it. And I want to let it in. All of it. Because I'm ready to live my best life ever. These are becoming my golden years. So I'm letting go of the resistance to enjoying life. I want more money. I need more money. But I may still have some resistance from getting everything I want. So I'm just going to shave my head. Laughter's very good. And see what happens. Maybe this time it will come in. Take a deep breath. And Daniel, I'll let you go this time. You don't have to shave. Okay? So as you check in with your resistance, has anything shifted for, I always pick on you, Gloria, because your mic is off. But what's your level of resistance right now?
It's Not at 0, but we're getting there.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
truth is that when you have no resistance, there's no reason why it shouldn't come in. So that's one of the first things that we tap on. And what about you, Pierette?
Okay, so this arm, my body has been in a resistance all summer. This arm was when I started tapping, I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to switch arm because this arm hurts. All the resistance actually left.
Awesome. So you're getting physical relief as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm really glad to hear you. And what about you, Minu or Daniel? Do you have anything that you want to add?
I'm still learning. It's very new to me.
Okay, so
So I don't, I have resistance to everything that, like every good thing, even, when something good happens to me, I don't believe it, money, like I'm terrible in it. But, and I work hard. I really, really work hard. But I want to change it.
okay, so let's tap on that resistance that nothing good ever happens to me. I want to believe it, but it
Yeah,
might not happen.
yeah.
So I don't believe it. But I'm gonna let go of that belief. Even though I don't believe that good things happen to people like me, because so many bad and hard things have happened. I've had such a hard life that it's really hard to let go of that belief. But you know what? I'm gonna let it go anyways. Even though not many good things happen to me, but I do have a car. I do have my health. I even have insurance coverage, which is more than the bald guy could say. But that's okay. I'm that's right, Gloria. I'm gonna let go that believes that nothing good could happen to me. And you tap on top of your head, and it's like I'm letting go of that belief. I'm letting go the sadness, all of the depression. I'm letting go of any anger, any resentment towards anyone who told me that life was going to be different. I'm letting go of any anger towards myself because sometimes I just sabotage myself. And sometimes I believe I'm a Catwoman because my name is Minu. But I could believe that good things will happen to me. I can change that belief because nothing's true, but everything's true because whatever I believe will happen based on my belief. And someone once said that whether I believe it's true or believe that it's false, I'm right. So right now I get to choose. I'm choosing to let go of the resistance that something good will happen to me, including letting money in. I'm letting go of any kind of indication that things cannot be good for me. I could sit in my car and appreciate the warmth of this beautiful October day and say, I don't believe it's October. It's just too nice out there. Or you could just accept that it's October and that good things are happening for you.
Yeah.
And take a deep breath in and check into how you feel. Because I do want to tap on something for Daniel that he brought up yesterday. So we will bring down that resistance a little more. You feeling okay, Minu?
I am. I feel like a drunk person.
Like a drunk person?
Yeah.
Good thing that you're driving. So, did you
driving.
sign the waiver before coming on the call?
No, you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, I know. Very relaxed.
like
Very
that.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So the thing that I wanted to address that Daniel said to me yesterday in a conversation is how the tax man taketh away. That no matter how much you try to be honest, how much you try to give to the government, they always take the lion's share. And at the end of the day, when they give you that little bit of a paycheck that's left, then everything that you buy is taxed, so they take the rest of it away in taxes also. So this idea that it's not a resistance to receiving more money, it's resistance of if you have more money, you'll never be able to hold on to it. Sounds about right, Daniel? Like, okay, so
Yes, that's right.
even though I have this resistance to holding on to more of my money because I just don't make enough. But I'm going to let go of that resistance now because I always know that when I get some, it always goes to a good cause, but not to me. It's always someone else. Could be the children, the grandchildren, the government. Everybody gets a piece of my money before I get to spend it on myself.
The banks.
Thank you. He talks people, the banks. They always take a percentage. And if they weren't called the banks, they'd be called loan sharks. 19.5 compounded interest, which comes out to 28% per year. But we love the banks because we're lovers, not fighters. We love everyone. Even Donald Trump. Even Trudeau. We love everybody. And I'd like you to take a deep breath and check into that remaining resistance from receiving.
It's good.
Yeah, Daniel, are you mad at anybody else? The banks, the government, who
Those are the main on the list.
come on, I'm sure you could find another one. Is there anybody else? Because you know what? Every time we do something in a group, what you add for others is good for everybody. So when you have a resistance to paying the banks, or you know what, I have this pile of bill. I have some more that came in today. It's about this big. I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite big. And I have to open them and pay all these bills tonight. And there's a bit of resistance to there won't be enough. So I have a resistance to even opening these because what if there's a nice surprise? It's not like we just gave you a $50,000 rebate. It's like, surprise, we reassessed your taxes and you owe us another $5,000. So let's tap on the resistance about the surprises that come every day in the mail or from elsewhere. So
Yep.
we could just say, we're going to let go of all the resistance. Resistance to opening the bills. The resistance of paying cash because we just don't have enough. The resistance of paying off the credit card because the minute it's down, it'll go right back up. The resistance to getting a part-time job because I already have 7, right, Daniel? And trying to be honest and getting slammed for it. And not knowing enough about money because the accountant should have protected me, but he didn't. Why am I paying this accountant more in fees than I save in taxes? I don't understand that. But everyone wants a piece of me. So I have a resistance. I have a relationship with money which is not healthy. And I need to change that. I need to let that go. I need to get better. I need to be happier. I don't know what to do. And if I keep on tapping, the resistance will come down and the money will come in. But this time, I'm going to allow it to stick to me. All those sayings about being a money magnet, they're nice in theory. but I'm not metallic. Nothing sticks to me. Not money. Not a stop sign, which is made out of metal. That's right, Daniel. Nothing sticks to me. But I'm letting go of that belief. I'm letting go of everything. Take a deep breath in. And did anything come up for anybody? Does anybody want to pay my bills, first of all?
Yeah.
I'm open to receive, buddy.
We can send our bills to you.
I missed that.
I love to open the envelopes and put that in a nice pile and then put pay on it. Paid.
Paid, yes.
Yeah. And then you put them in that folder and you know you have enough money and that makes you so happy.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what? It's been.
Paperless.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go paperless. I don't receive any paper bill. Everything is online.
That's beautiful. I used to, when I had my last business, I used to receive big checks in the mail. I was dealing with corporate, and they would register 6 people to an event, and human resources would send me a check for like $1,800, $2,000. So every day I'd be running to the mailbox so eager. Now it's like I lost a key about 3 years ago. I haven't gone there. Unfortunately, my wife still has a key to the mailbox, and every time she's like, honey, I'm home. Look what I brought you, all these bills. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, Pierette.
sorry, I need to go. I need to get ready for
Okay.
my client.
Yeah,
But-
we're gonna wrap up in about 6 minutes, but go
Yeah.
ahead and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
for
for
your
inviting
input.
me.
And happy to have your arm working, because tomorrow when you do acupuncture, we want full mobility with those needles.
You got it.
She's a great acupuncturist, guys. If you ever need to have a needle put in your head or anywhere else. Thank you, Pierette.
Yep. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
the punch.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
No
Bye,
problem.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, guys, another round. We have 5 minutes left. I wanted to do shorter sessions more often rather than really long ones, because you get a lot more. Like even through the recording, as I send out the recording to you guys, you could tap on the same thing or anything else that came up. So for me, it's sort of, again, I have this big pile, and I know that there's most of them are 3 months old. So I know I've paid my Visa bill. I know I've paid my Bell bill. I know I've paid my my other bills, but it's just like a nervousness about that unexpected surprise. What if the price of gas doubled or tripled or something, and I don't have enough money? So there's a fear in there. But the next session, I'm either going to be tapping on fear or guilt or shame. So how do I feel that I'm in this situation at this stage in my life? That's all shame based. But what happens is that when you tap on, for example, resistance, any resistance, like Pierette demonstrated well, she has certain resistance that got trapped in her arm. As she released the resistance about money, she released the resistance in her body as well. So if you have guilt about something you should be doing or not doing, or one of those things, when you tap on guilt or shame, other things similar to it will release as well. And every time you do this, if you do this continuously over a 10 to 12 week period, you're going to find that your whole life changes dramatically. Because once you're free of the guilt, the shame, the fears, the anger, the resentments, the resistance. And the last thing we do on the last week of tapping is we say any remaining resistance to money blocks. Because what we think at a conscious level tonight, over the next few weeks, more stuff will be coming up for you. So if you didn't notice it at a conscious level, you just tap on the remaining resistance, and that will bring it way down as well. So give me one last thing to tap on resistance about receiving more money, making more money, or having more money. That's right. So let me pull something out. Oh, he's back. So, resistance about receiving more money. Let's say you won $70 million tonight. What would be one of the first things you would do is you want to give part of it away because your kids need some of it. Maybe someone else, maybe you borrowed money a long time ago. So before even enjoying the 70 million for yourself, you're already thinking, how do I give it away? And that's a resistance because you don't feel you're worthy of keeping it. So let's just do one fast round since we only have 4 or 5 minutes left. And even though I'd love to see everyone around me thrive, I'm going to let go of that resistance of keeping my money. Even though Kevin O'Leary said that when he dies, he's not giving any of his billions of dollars to his kids because that would be a sin. And he's really good with money. But I'm not like him. I would just give my money away. And I'll be tapping a year from now saying I have no more money. So what's wrong with me? Why do I want to give more money away? Why is it that I want to give all my money away? Is it because I'm not worthy, not deserving? Or maybe I'm just not as smart as Kevin O'Leary. Whatever it is, I'm going to let that go. It's hard for me to hold on to money. It's really hard. It's one thing to ask for it. It's another thing to keep it. And I agreed with Alan when he said $70 million. I have so many people I'd like to give it to. Because I can't keep my money. I would have to give some to my kids, to my sister, to my brother, even to the hospital. And don't forget the SPCA. They might have adopted a pet monkey. They need to feed little Bambi, whatever his name is. The food shelter, they need so much money. I hear those stories every day. So I would start making a list of how to throw out my $70 million. And then I'd be grateful because not everyone could get $70 million once, but I'm lucky I'll get it twice at my age, if I'm lucky. But I've got some resistance. And as you take your next deep breath, just let it go. Anchor in that feeling with peace just by holding your wrist and say peace. And every time you anchor in a feeling, every time it gets stronger and better for you. So even if you are having a rough day and you feel really bad, you just fire the anchor just by holding your wrist, and that feeling of peace, calmness, whereas Minu said, being drunk comes back over you. Just don't do it in front of a cop. Peace. I'm drunk, really drunk now.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you. I hope you really enjoyed it, and thank you for
Yeah,
being
it's
part of my.
you.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank
know,
you
it
so
was,
much.
It was my client who I promised I would do this starting this week, and of all weeks, or maybe I said next week, but anyways, that was the 1 week he couldn't make it. So thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night, everyone.
You
Good night,
too.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye.